the impact on your ears because of the noise is normally irreversible. I have a lower hearing as compared to a normal person of my age, and when I check with the doctors, it is not something that can be noticed because I'm not able to hear very high frequency sounds. I had a work location which was in a deep pit. Pneumatic equipments, they tend to make more noise. Yes, my hearing has been impacted.
Hello and welcome to Nisarg Srishti Welfare Foundation presents Shorgul. I am Neena Singh, the environmental project head, and if you are someone who cares about health, awareness and sustainable urban living, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Your support helps amplify voices that matter. Did you know that prolonged exposure to construction site noise can cause permanent hearing loss, stress and even heart problems? Yet, it's one of the most ignored forms of noise pollution hiding in the plain sight in our growing cities. According to the Central Pollution Control Board's 2017 report, the permissible noise levels in residential areas are 55 decibels during the day and 45 decibels at night. Construction activities, especially those involving heavy machinery, can produce noise levels significantly higher than these limits. While exact figures for construction site noise levels are not specified in the report, it definitely acknowledged that such activities do contribute to elevated noise levels in urban areas. Today we are talking about noise pollution from construction sites, a problem that impacts not just workers but entire communities. With me is Mr. Vijay Singh, a seasoned civil engineer with 35 years of experience across India, the Middle East and the UK. A very warm welcome, Vijay. We are extremely delighted to have you here.
Thank you, Neena. It's great to be here, and this is such an important topic to talk about.
So, Vijay, straight away coming to our today's topic, construction sites are known for being extremely loud. So, my question to you is a bit having a broader vision. What do construction companies need to do right from the planning stage to keep noise under control?
Yes, Neena, as you have rightly mentioned, it sometimes really gets very noisy and it's very loud. And the companies must take responsibility to understand the impact of this noise on the communities, on the people around us, and most importantly, the workers who are 100% exposed to such noises. So now the question arises what the companies can do. What the companies should do is to first of all measure the noise levels on a very regular basis. Once they have measured the noise levels, they will know what needs to be done. Then providing proper PPE in the form of ear protection like earplugs and earmuffs is absolutely necessary. Then what the companies can do is to use quieter machines, maintain the machines in a proper way so that the unnecessary noise which comes out of friction can be reduced. Then some of the places where it is possible, they should be using sound barriers, and they should also schedule the loud work during the day and give nearby people a heads up about the impending work.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility, but what practical steps can engineers like you take to reduce noise for both workers on site and the nearby residents?
See, at the construction sites, the noise levels can hit up to 85 to 100 decibels and even more when certain types of equipment are operating. Just to understand, 85 decibels of sound is good enough to start impacting the health of the people who are working there, people who are in the close vicinity. So what they can do is that they should be using sound absorbing panels, acoustic barriers, particularly when they are working in very thickly populated residential areas. Then you have to make sure that you use technology like using hybrid generators where batteries The battery operated equipment do not make so much of noise. That's a great option. They're quieter, cleaner, and also they can use these type of equipment at night.
That's wonderful, Vijay, for highlighting the pivotal role that engineers can play in mitigating the construction noise. Now, coming to the workers who are directly exposed to their noise levels daily, what measures can workers take to protect themselves from prolonged noise exposure?
I believe the first rule is that the workers should be made aware of the impact that the noise can have on their health, particularly the long term impact. It is not only about a loud noise impacting the ears, it is also about the mental health of the people getting impacted. The long term impact of loud noise for a prolonged duration can be really devastating on the health of the workers. So, once the workers are made aware of what exactly a sound pollution can do, what exactly a loud noise can do to their health, they themselves would be more encouraged to protect themselves. As far as the companies, the employers, the clients are concerned, they should supply high quality earplugs, high quality earmuffs to the people so that they can protect themselves. Moreover, these high quality equipment, it has to be the engineers themselves have to make sure that these equipment, the PPE which is provided is very comfortable to wear, very comfortable to use, and very easy to carry around. If the equipment is not comfortable, the people are not going to wear it. No matter how much of rules you impose, the people are not going to wear it. And I believe that ear protection is almost as important as wearing a helmet at a construction site.
Okay, just I'll be interrupting you. What is PPE? Can you tell?
PPE is personal protection equipment. Now, this is a standard terminology which is used in all the construction places. So, when you say PPE, it can be a helmet, it can be a safety shoe, it can be safety glasses, it can be earplugs, it can be earmuffs. So, PPE covers a broader spectrum of all the safety items which are worn by the personnel.
So that's a great piece of advice, and honestly, it's just not the workers who need to be careful. Even the residents who live near heavy construction should consider using earplugs. And really, I'm thinking that I need to buy a pair of for myself because a lot of construction activities is going around my place also.
That would be a good idea. It is not only to protect yourself from during construction time, even normal places when you see that the sound levels have gone up, the decibel is high, you can always use a earplug. And once you get used to using earplugs, I think you would prefer to use it in many other places, like even during the flight takeoffs and landings.
Very true. So now coming to our related point, what about deep pits and tunnels where sound bounces and gets trapped? So how do you manage noise in these conditions?
Now, these places are very tricky because the sound bounces, the sound reflects, and the people who are working inside the pits, they feel the impact, which impact 4 times of the actual sound being produced by the machines. So what should be done? The companies should install temporary sound barriers on the equipment which are being used inside the pit. Then they have to provide double hearing protection to the people who are working inside, rotating the workers, not letting them work for long hours, not letting them exposed to the excessive sound for long hours is also a very good option. And people should be spending less time at a stretch. So if there is a situation where a very loud noise is unavoidable, then people should work there not more than 1 hour. After every hour, you can ask them to go and sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes in a quiet place so that they can come back and start the work.
So is managing noise for public projects like roads and bridges different as that compared to the residential buildings, or it is the same?
See, public projects like roads and drains and buildings, they impact the people, and we need to be extra careful because the people in the residential locality or people around, they may not be having access or even the information to protect themselves from loud sound.
True.
So these noises impact the residents more as compared to the people who are working at site, because people who are working at site, you can protect them by providing them equipment, by providing them information. But the residents, particularly small children, it is very difficult. So we have to focus on measures which can keep the neighborhood happy and safe.
So before we wrap up, what message would you like to give the construction companies, engineers, site workers who might not yet be prioritizing noise control?
Now, if you go to the Western world, noise prevention, noise control, and protecting people from very loud noises continuously is a very important aspect of any construction activity. Sadly, that's not the case in India. So yes, to start with, you have to understand that noise is not to be ignored. Noise is not something which you can live with. Noise impacts not only your hearing capacity, it also impacts the mental health of the people around. My first advice would be, please don't ignore noise. And then companies should be spending money on buying quieter tools, machines which don't make so much of noise. Monitoring the noise level is very important. And then you have to see the surroundings, you have to see the neighborhood, you have to see the location of the work, and accordingly plan the work. Now, say for example, if you are working in a residential area and you have heavy equipment which makes a lot of noise, make sure that no work is done at night, because if people are not able to sleep properly, it is going to impact their health. So residential areas, the regulatory authorities, the companies themselves, and the clients, they all have a role to play. They should make sure that work is done only during the day hours and with proper guidance and with proper control over the noise to the extent possible. And one more thing that I would like to say is that the impact on your ears because of the noise is normally irreversible. So if your hearing has got impacted once, it is most likely to stay with the person for his lifetime.
You have worked in construction sites for long duration. So have you felt this for yourself?
I have a lower hearing as compared to a normal person of my age. And when I checked with the doctors, the hearing loss, although it is not something that can be noticed, because I'm not able to hear very high frequency sounds, which basically is a result of the impact of these machines, which I was exposed to early on during my career. When I was working in Surat, I had a work location which was in a deep pit, and we had heavy cranes and heavy excavators working inside. Then we had a lot of drilling work, which is a pneumatic equipment. Pneumatic equipments, they tend to make more noise as compared to a normal ICE. So yes, my hearing has been impacted, and high frequency hearing is impacted more, which I am 100% sure is a result of my exposure to loud noise at a very early stage of my career.
Thank you so much, Vijay, for your insights and experience. And your words truly help us understand how noise pollution is not just a nuisance. It's a safety issue, a health issue, and a planning issue. Thank you so much. And thanks to our listeners. Protect your hearing, protect your future. Remember, noise at work can become silence in life if we don't act. If you are passionate about creating positive change in the society but unsure where to begin, join hands with us. You can contribute as a volunteer, become a Goodwill ambassador, or be a part of a core team, or simply support us through donations. Every step you take brings us closer to a quieter, healthier, and more conscious world. In the meantime, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon, because we have many more inspiring voices coming your way. Let us all come together to fight noise pollution. Let's silence the noise for a better world. And this is Neena Singh signing off. Till we meet again, stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you.